Happy hunting.
Hunt me.
I am the hunted one.
I'm hunting most things.
Let us hunt something. You can hunt. Long have you hunted me?
You're being hunted.
Good morning. Welcome back. 28th of August 2018. Let's get into the top 10 hunts of the day. First one up is newlight.com. Has this thing called air carbon, made from carbon capture. Material made by sequestering carbon emissions that would have otherwise become part of the air. Look, anything where we can store carbon into the things that we use on a daily basis is awesome. My only concern about carbon capture is that we get a good life out of those products. There's no point building a product that is designed to fail in a couple of years, because then you're just putting the carbon back into the system. This kind of interesting to me because it could go two ways. I don't know if they're trying to just make a play for some money or they're actually doing something cool here. So it's made from carbon capture, high performance, so you can drop it into an existing kind of production system, sustainable, and carbon negative. So while almost all plastics are made exclusively from oil or fossil fuels, air carbon is different. Naturally occurring biopolymer made by combining air with methane-based or carbon dioxide-based greenhouse gases emissions that would otherwise become part of the air we breathe. That's great. If these products that we're making are high quality enough, then it makes sense. But if we are then destroying them or breaking them down or recycling them, we're not any more further on. I would definitely think these would be great for housing. If you can make it in such a way that you can build a house that's going to last 35-40 years, maybe not the roof component but some of the physical components of the build, then maybe this could be a way of upcycling some of the issues that we have to do with carbon, because trees are, Amazon's getting cut down at a rate of knots. Anything that's going to help us get off the crack that is plastic is good in my book. Next up is Blubox, open source software for local food. I've never heard about this before, but this could really elevate into different niches really easily. So the local veg box, our back office operations are now quick and easy. So there's a web store on there, so people can do single or standing orders through an easy to set up web store, customer database, fulfillment and payments. Saving your time, instead of 2 days on spreadsheets, you can do it in 2 hours on Blubox. So people use this already for community supported agriculture, veg box schemes, recipe food bags, artisan bakers, food co-ops and lunch deliveries. I could definitely see some kind of local sustainable thing like this especially for me in Dale, if we do make that move to Spain or Portugal, in doing olive oils or whatever you can make on your land using a little tool like this in collaboration with all your existing social media and crypto outreach through Steam or EOS, whatever platform you decide to use. I think this could be converted into other niches as well quite easily, and the fact that it exists, I didn't even know there was a piece of software out there that allowed you to do that. So whoever hunted this, props for that. I think this was IQ Balandan, I think, hunted that. Good hunt. Next up is Quesus Grill, eco-friendly, biodegradable. So the product, Quesus Grill, lets you cook almost anything. So it's kind of like this little flat pack grill of sorts. And as far as I can work out, the idea behind it is it's a little biodegradable unit, and it's a little flat pack thing. It's got these almost little charcoal things on the top of it. Natural design materials. That's what it looks like. Go back one. This thing is still loading all the pictures in. Quick oxalite, ready in 5 minutes. So it's like this little flat pack recyclable unit, and it's completely natural, sustainable, 100% natural single-use grill. Grill uses nature's own building blocks brought together in the simplest form possible. I think more than just having a little portable grill, great for putting a fish on it, I think it sends a message that you can use it, recycle it, upcycle it, and then think of other things that you would use. Disposing a bonfire, literally no trash. Absolutely love that. Super genius. Next up is Safehaven Marine. A boat called the Thunder Child. I mean, if you've got a boat called the Thunder Child, you're kind of winning at life, right? This boat supposedly is unsinkable. The SV17, designed and built by Safehaven Marine. The design is a 17-meter, very high-speed, wave-piercing, low interceptor designed for naval, law enforcement, and offshore patrol. Powered by a pair of Caterpillar C12-9 turbocharged, supercharged, and intercooled diesel engines, producing 1,000 horsepower each. Propulsion is by surface drives, manufactured by Meta Marine in Italy. I've seen video of this thing where it can self-right itself if it goes, like, if it flips. I don't know how that works. I mean, I don't know if you're strapped into the thing. I don't know if you've got like a harness or you've got some kind of like geo thing that just keeps you like positioned no matter where the boat is. That would be the next thing, right? But like, the evolution of technology is just insane. This is the picture that I see, self-righting capsize recovery video. So like your boat's capsized, right? Check this out. I mean, hopefully this will load. Maybe it won't load, but check that out. The damn boat just flips itself back up again. Like, how? I don't even know how he does it. I want a boat. Like, I want this boat. It looks legitness. Alright, next up is Luna. lunalang.org. This is kind of like a visual learning programming language as far as I can see. It's a way of like connecting one module to another module, and each one of those modules has like a certain definition, and so you can connect from one object to another object and you can get data from it. So in a similar way where you would be coding, but you're kind of visually coding. I'm definitely going to look into this because I'm definitely like a visual learner. All right, next up is Vasco, convenient travel. Vasco luggage organizer. 7 premium bags will allow you to keep your luggage in order and help you quickly find what you need. I'm a sucker for bags, I'll be honest. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a male thing or like, I don't know if females feel the same way. I don't like talk to Dale about it. I know she likes her bags and stuff, but I have some kind of weird obsession with like having like things organized like this. I don't know why. I need kind of something like this for the cupboards and storage in the van. Like, I wish I could find the system that fits me. But this looks pretty cool. Especially if you're traveling a lot, if you're moving around a lot. They seem to have a whole different set of little styles of bags, so you could probably like put little labels on these for, you know, what bits that you've got on you. And I think it'd be quite easy to build a brand around this. You know, I think you could go to somewhere in China and find these places that manufacture these things and make a whole kind of like nomad line around them, for instance. Yeah, whoever puts up these on Steemhunt, I'm a bit of a sucker for these, I'll be honest. Alright, next up is Locky, the first smart key overlay. Smart locks features with no door modifications. Easy to install and fits 90% of keys. So I'm not quite sure what this is. Smart lock features with no door modifications. How the hell does this work? The world's first smart key overlay. Unlocked door alerts, master key compatible, fits 90% of the keys, 1-year battery, key finder, locks unlocks history, no door installation needed. It's a middle ground between smart locks and key trackers. Regularly Locky overlay, combining the best features. You don't need to replace your lock and virtualized key, which makes it hackable. Check the door status anytime, anywhere, or to get unlocked door notifications. I kind of like it. I kind of find it a little bit unnecessary. It's kind of like, I don't know if it gives me what I'm looking for by replacing my door lock. Normally when I'm replacing my door lock for a digital one, maybe for an Airbnb, I'm trying to do away with the key really. And I realise that these things are hackable, but that's mainly down to, you know, denial of service or a poor product rollout, that there's some kind of hole in the software. I don't know. I don't know if this is like a solution looking for a problem, or if it's actually a problem that people have and it solves it. I mean, for $39, it is definitely something that you can test out, and if it doesn't work out, you haven't lost that much. But I had to pull it up because it was a little bit of a different approach, especially when it encompasses like so many keys in the world, like 99%. It's a pretty good go, isn't it, really? £16,000 it's already had pledged of an £8,000 goal. I do like the tracking of when the key's been used to unlock. I don't know how it does that. Maybe it's got some kind of mechanism in there in terms of like like a gyroscope thing when you put it into the door and then turn it. Maybe it recognizes that motion. I don't know. All right, last three today. Mediated atmosphere. Here's an interesting story. I actually went to MIT in Boston around 2011, 2012, I think it was. I actually knew somebody who managed to get me into the MIT floor. You actually go into like a reception area. It's very much like, I don't know, an FBI headquarters kind of place, even though it's on the campus. And then you go up to the second floor and they've got all these projects that are in development in different rooms. They've got like different areas, and they had like see-through like buggies with batteries on them, and they had like conductive wallpaper. They had this wallet that the more you spent on a night out, the harder it got to open the wallet. Like, it was an incredible place. So lucky to get to go. This one is a project that they've just launched called a mediated atmosphere, which I really love the notion of, like, the transmedia approach of using different technologies to digitize that whole experience of creating an ambient environment. So this project envisages a smart office that is capable of dynamically transforming itself to enhance occupants' work experience. In the knowledge economy, worker satisfaction is paramount to retention and productivity. Recent studies have identified a decline in workplace satisfaction. Our research demonstrates how mediated atmosphere addresses this growing need. You have to watch the video of this. I won't talk about it anymore. Just go in and check the video of this. I think they're onto something. They're onto something that I think, if we're all going to be working from home or working from spaces where, you know, people are in transition quite a lot, virtualized spaces, then this could be a way of kind of increasing our productivity, or at least keeping us like connected to each other as human beings. Next up is Little Alchemy 2. This I can't wait for my daughter to have a play with. It's a little like sandbox for adding things together. So you can do certain things with these objects. So you can bring like earth, wind and fire into the desktop. It's not working now because I've got the plumbing. So I can put that onto that. And what happens? Pressure. If I put that onto that, the exertion of force upon an object by something's contact, be it physical or figurative. And then what you can do is, now I've got like these additional things, so I can put earth on here, and if I put pressure on earth, what happens to that? I get stone, right? If I put pressure on earth, breakers of bones and other valuables, and then you unlock all these different encyclopedia of items. And then once you've got all 700, you can like mix and match them. I can't wait for my daughter to play with this tomorrow. I might actually record it just to see how she discovers things. Whoever put this up is an absolutely brilliant hunt for kids to play around with. Next up, and the final one today, is Coiled. Support the web with a feel-good subscription. So this popped up on my radar yesterday on Twitter, and they've got a implementation of it running with XRP. I know a lot of people are like, XRP's a scam, XRP's pointless, like nobody's using it, it's supposed to be XYZ, the price of it fell through the floor, yada yada yada. Whatever side of the fence you're on with XRP, fine. I'm not here to talk about the politics of the good or bad of XRP. What I'm interested in is how some of these fast, XRP is very fast, blockchains are going to be utilized for capturing the dwell time on a website, for instance. So as you're reading some text, as you read that post, as you're going through the content of a content creator, as I'm scrolling up, as I'm spending time on that website, being paid in crypto for my involvement with that content. I think that's great for, like, it's very similar to the way that Steam works with its proof of brain, where the more I put, or the more content that I write out, the more I prove that I have a brain of sorts, the more I get some kind of algorithmic reward. So this is just a different, slight aligned version of that, I guess. So I'm interested to see where these go. I think we need to have a cross section of these. I think we'll probably end up with maybe 4 or 5 really strong algorithms over the next year, which help onboard content creators. Because if we're going to have a fight against fake news and good news and AI versus human beings, I think all of these are going to have to be around for us to want to create content. Because if it's just going to be this big automated white noise system, then we're soon going to get bored of that, especially if it's if we're going to retro crave a human being's content over an AI's content, I think we're going to need to be incentivized for it. And I think that will be multifaceted too as well. Okay, that's it for me today on all of the top 10. This is what the website looks like as of 2018. If you haven't seen it yet, this is the website of Steemhunt, the 29th of August. Where's my mouse gone? My mouse is here. Hello. These are all the links on the right hand side. There's hundreds posted to the site every single day, and we go through and verify a certain amount of them, and they appear on the website each day, every 24 hours. If you click through, they appear on the left hand side. Hit the white button, takes you through to the URL. If you want to add your own, you can just log in with your Steam details, fill out this form, and click on post. That will go to the Steam blockchain, but it will also go onto the website for potentially voting for the day. That's it for me today. I will catch up with you tomorrow. Hopefully that was useful. I realised I rattled through it today, but I've got a whole bunch of video stuff that I want to get done as well today. If you have any questions about this, you can come onto Discord, find me on there at Team Humble.
Prepare the path of a steam.
Smell of steam.
Stomnassie, wat is een stomnassie?
Stillmachine.
Why shouldn't a guy let off a little steam?
The steam